Hey everybody, this is Mr. Peterson again. We're making a quick tutorial here to show you how to create a simple logo. We're going to make a NP Bulldogs logo for this example, but you can take these tips and use them to apply to the design you created for a logo using your initials. So to get started, I'll create a new file, and we drew our sketches in a 3" by 3" square, so we're going to try to keep that consistent. We'll use 72 pixels per inch, 8-bit for the RGB color. Click OK. Then we'll go to our horizontal type tool. I'm going to choose just a blue color. Doesn't really matter, this is just a demo. We can always change it later. And type the letters I want to use for my logo, NP. I can use Control T to resize these letters, so I want to make them a little bit bigger right now. We want to use up a lot of room in this square. I held Shift while I resized from the corners to keep the letters ratio intact so that it was scaled. Alright, and now what I want to do is create these into pixels that I can edit. So this is a text layer over here on the side. If I right click, then go to rasterize type, it turns it into a layer that I can edit. And now I can use my rectangle marquee tool, and the font I used for this was just an Arial font. You can choose whatever font that you want, but I'm going to make a dotted line around the stem of the letter P here, and then hit delete. Now I'll hit Control D to deselect, and I have the loop to the letter P. Now I'm going to select around that with my rectangle marquee tool, Control T again, and then I'm going to carefully drag this over to where those two layers overlap. Alright, now I have my NP for this. Alright, next step is I want to go into my layer properties here, and I want to go to where it says stroke, and now I can put a yellow line around the outside of that. So maybe I want to go with 5 pixels and then choose a yellow color for the outside. I have the position on the outside. Now I can click OK. Now if I wanted to, and I was using the Photoshop Creative Cloud at school, I'm using an older version here at home, but if I had the newer version, you can actually put multiple outlines on the outside. It gives you an option to add more. So like for here, it might be better if I put a 1 pixel black stroke around the outside of it, and then maybe I put like a 3 pixel white stroke on the outside of that, so that way if this was on a yellow background, the yellow would show up. But since I don't have that option right here, this will be kind of what I do to show you how it works here. So I'll click OK. Toggle the background to make that transparent, and if you need to, you can resize this a little bit and then kind of get it centered in there. And so we were able to take the letters we were working on, rasterize the layer, cut off part of the letter P, and then we put a yellow outline and remove the background. The last step would be to go to File, Save As, and then to save this as a PNG file. A PNG means that this checkered area will be transparent and you won't have the white block or a black block around the outside. If I were to put this on a website or to put it on a presentation, everything that's checkered would be, whatever's behind it would show through it. So is kind of a useful technique when we're dealing with logos. So hopefully you found this useful, and a few easy tips here to get you started with Photoshop with our first design. And if you have any questions, let me know.